Well, hey all, welcome back artists to Miss Raga's art room. Okay, so today's fun thing we're gonna do is a watercolor, but with an added extra, some salt on it. This is a really cool effect. You can use watercolor paint, and then when you sprinkle the salt over top, these salt crystals absorb a little bit of the paint and give you this kind of cool tie-dye speckling effect. Sometimes it's really dramatic, sometimes it's really subtle. You kind of never know what you're gonna get. All right, so here's what you need. Just some paper to work on. I've just been using index cards for my demo right now because we're using just what we've got around the house. If you've got computer paper, that'll work. Really, with watercolor, the thicker the paper, the better, because watercolor's wet, right? We've gotta have something that really holds up. So I've got my little cup of water, I've got my brush, I have my tray of watercolors, but if you don't have these watercolors at home, remember, we have our fun homemade, let me grab my tray of homemade watercolors. Here they are, okay? We've got these beautiful homemade watercolors that we made in our last video together. So check out the homemade watercolor links if you don't have tray paints at home. Anything will work there. All right, but I'm gonna work with my little tray watercolors I have over here. You know, the ones that you just get from, you can get these at the grocery store. You can get these at Dollar Tree, Dollar General. They usually come in either a set of 8 colors or 16, doesn't matter which. All right, and I'm gonna first lay down some plain water. Yes, your paper will curl, that's okay, it's normal. All right, and I'm gonna do, I think a warm color series this time. I'm gonna do some reds, some oranges, some yellows. I'm just gonna put down some watercolor all over the paper. And I wetted it first so that I'd get kind of like a bleeding or tie-dye effect with it. I'm gonna do a warm color set here. Okay. And let's add maybe some yellow in. Get our yellow mixed up. Okay. So you just want to create a nice base of color. Drop some more reds in, let it bloom. Kind of let the water just do what it's going to do. Let the paint do what it's going to do. I'm not worried about controlling it, making any specific colors happen. Just kind of letting it do its thing. All right, cool. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take just a little bit of salt. You can do this with a salt shaker. I like to kind of pinch and drop it in. But we're gonna let those salt crystals, you can see it's doing it already. It's absorbing some of the paint, okay? And then we've gotta be patient. Once we put our salt down, we have to just let it dry, all right? And once it dries, that's what'll create this kind of feathering or speckle technique. And then we can use these beautiful art papers in all sorts of ways. We can collage them, we can turn them into note cards, we can do drawing work over top of them. Okay, but this is a really fun, oh, my cats are saying hello, hey Dot. These are really fun ways that we can make some beautiful art papers that we can do other crafts and art pieces with. Okay, so salt on watercolor. Meet me in my next video for bubble paper. One of my favorite ways to do some really like monoprint making with food coloring or watercolor. All right, see you soon in the art room.